Hi, I'm Sarah, and welcome back to WarmSpeak, where we speak English warmly, naturally, every day. Today, we are going to do something very special. We are going to read a book together in English. And not just any book. This book has changed millions of lives all over the world. But first, I want to tell you a story. A true story, about a young man who was in a very dark place. It is the year 1977. A young man named Eckhart is sitting alone in his room in London, England. He is 29 years old, and he feels completely hopeless. Hopeless. Feeling like nothing can get better. He cannot sleep. He feels heavy, empty, broken. Every morning he wakes up and thinks, I cannot live with myself anymore. He has this thought again and again, every single day. But then, one night, something happens. He is lying in his bed and he asks himself a question. A very strange question. He thinks, I cannot live with myself. And then he asks, wait, if I cannot live with myself, then there must be two of me. There is me, and there is myself. He sits with this idea. Something feels different. And slowly, the heavy feeling begins to disappear. The next morning he wakes up, and the world looks different. The birds sound more beautiful. The air feels more fresh. He feels present, fully here in this moment right now. That young man is Eckhart Tolle, and what happened to him that night became the foundation, the base, the beginning of one of the most powerful books ever written. It is called The Power of Now. Today, we are going to read this book together, in English, slowly, clearly, with stories and examples just for you. By the end of this episode, you will understand, number 1, why your mind is sometimes your biggest problem. Number 2, what the now means and why it is so important. Number 3, how to find peace even in difficult moments. Number 4, how to stop living in the past or the future. Number 5, simple ways to feel more calm and alive every day. Are you ready? Let's begin. So who is Eckhart Tolle? And why should we listen to him? We know part of his story already, but let me tell you more. Eckhart Tolle was born in Germany in 1948. His childhood, the time when you are a child, was not easy. His parents were always fighting. His family was unhappy. He often felt alone. When he was a teenager, he moved to England. He studied at Cambridge University, one of the most famous universities in the world. He was very intelligent, very successful, on the outside. But inside, he was deeply unhappy. For many years, he felt what he called a heaviness, like a dark cloud inside his mind. Always there, always heavy. Until that night in 1977, when everything changed. After that experience, Tolle didn't go back to university. He didn't go back to his normal life. Instead, he sat on park benches. He walked slowly. He watched the world. People thought he was strange, but he felt free. For many years, he thought deeply about what had happened to him. He talked to people who were suffering, feeling great pain or sadness. He helped them find peace. And slowly, he wrote down his ideas. In 1997, he published The Power of Now. At first, almost nobody bought it, but slowly it spread. Person to person, friend to friend. Today, it has sold over 16 million copies in more than 33 languages. Oprah Winfrey, one of the most powerful people in America, called it one of the most important books she had ever read. Today, I will share with you the 7 big ideas from this book. 7 ideas that can change how you think, feel, and live. Let's go to big idea number 1. Here is a question for you. Do you ever feel like your mind just won't stop? You are trying to sleep, but your mind keeps talking. Did I say something wrong today? What will happen tomorrow? Why did that person look at me like that? Round and round, like a machine that never turns off. Eckhart Tolle says, that voice in your head is not you. Let me say that again. That voice in your head is not you. Think about it this way. Right now, can you hear your own thoughts? If yes, then there must be someone who is listening to those thoughts. Who is that listener? That listener is the real you, the quiet, calm part of you, the part that observes, watches, notices the thoughts. Tolle calls this the difference between the mind and awareness. Awareness, the ability to notice things clearly. The mind is like a radio that plays all day. Noise, noise, noise. But you are not the radio. You are the person who can turn down the volume. He tells this story. A beggar, a person who has nothing and asks others for help, is sitting on an old box every day for 30 years. Someone walks by and says, "What is in that box?" The beggar says, "Nothing, just an old box." But the person is curious. "Open it," he says. The beggar opens the box, and inside there is gold. Tolle says, we are all like that beggar. We sit on the greatest treasure every day, and we don't know it. That treasure is the present moment. That treasure is the quiet space inside us. The problem is the mind. The mind loves to think about the past, about the future, about problems, about worries. Tolle calls this compulsive thinking. Compulsive, impossible to stop, automatic. It is like a sickness of the mind, not a physical sickness, but a mental habit, a very, very common one. The first step is simple. Notice your thoughts. Don't fight them. Don't judge them. Just notice them. There is a worried thought. There is an angry thought. There is a sad thought. When you do this, you create a little space, a little quiet. And in that quiet space, you find peace. Vocabulary from this section. Observe, to watch or notice carefully. Awareness, the ability to notice what is happening. Compulsive, impossible to stop, automatic. Treasure, something very valuable. Beggar, a person with nothing who asks for help. Let me ask you something. Where are you right now? Maybe you are on a bus. Maybe you are in your bed. Maybe you are at your desk. Your body is here, right now, in this moment. But where is your mind? Most of the time, our minds are not here. They are in the past, thinking about something that happened. I wish I had said something different. I made a mistake last week. Why did that happen to me? Or our minds are in the future. What will happen if I fail? Will I have enough money? What will people think of me? Tolle says, the past no longer exists. You cannot touch it. You cannot go back to it. The future does not exist yet. You cannot touch it. You cannot go forward to it. The only moment that is real is right now. He calls this the now. This is a simple idea, but it is very deep. Let me give you an example. Imagine you are drinking a cup of tea. Your hands are around the warm cup. The steam rises slowly. The smell is beautiful. But your mind is thinking about your emails, or your problems at work, or something someone said to you yesterday. You are drinking the tea, but you are not there. Tolle says you are missing your life, one moment at a time. He talks about something called the pain body, an accumulation of old emotional pain inside you. Over many years, we collect pain, sadness, anger, fear, regret, sadness about something in the past. This old pain lives inside us, and it feeds on negative thoughts. It wants us to think about bad things. It wants us to suffer. But here is the secret. The pain body can only live in the past or the future. It cannot survive in the now. When you are fully present, the pain body has no power. Vocabulary from this section. Present, right now, this moment. Regret, sadness about something in the past. Accumulation, a collection of many things built up over time. Survive, to stay alive, to continue to exist. Moment, a very short period of time. Have you ever arrived somewhere and you don't remember the journey? You walked from home to the coffee shop, but you don't remember the trees you passed, or the sound of the street, or the color of the sky, because your mind was somewhere else. You were in your head. Tolle says most people live almost entirely in their heads. They think constantly, all the time, without stopping. They analyze, they worry, they plan, they remember. But they rarely experience, actually feel or live through something. He tells the story of a man who was very stressed at work. Every day the man drove home from his office, and every day in the car he was still thinking about work, problems, deadlines, times by which you must finish something, arguments. He arrived home. His family was happy to see him, but he was not really there. He was still in the office, in his mind. His body was home, but he was not. This is what Tolle calls unconscious living. Unconscious, not aware, not paying attention. Living, but not really living. moving through life like a robot. The solution is what Tolle calls presence. Presence, being fully here, fully aware of this moment. Not thinking about the past, not thinking about the future, just being here. Here is a simple practice he suggests. Once a day, just for 1 minute, stop everything you are doing. Look at your hand. Really look at it. Feel it from the inside. Feel the energy inside your fingers. Feel your heartbeat. You are here, right now. This is real. Tolle says even 30 seconds of true presence is more powerful than hours of unconscious thinking. Vocabulary from this section. Constantly, without stopping, all the time. Experience, to actually feel or live through something. Deadline, a time by which something must be finished. Unconscious, not aware, not paying attention. Presence, being fully here in this moment. Hey, let's pause for a moment. You have been listening for about 25 minutes. That is wonderful. You're doing so well. Let me recap, quickly review what we learned, what we have covered so far. Big idea 1. You are not your mind. The voice in your head is not you. You are the one who listens to it. Big idea 2. The present moment is all you have. The past is gone. The future is not here yet. Only now is real. Big idea 3. Stop living in your head. True living means being here, fully, completely, right now. Now, I want you to take a deep breath. Breathe in slowly and breathe out. Feel the air leave your body. Feel your feet on the floor. You are here, right now. This is the now. If you need a short break, pause the video now. Get some water. Walk slowly. Notice 3 things around you. And come back when you are ready. I will be here. Let's continue with big ideas 4, 5, 6, and 7. Here is something that causes a lot of suffering, not just for you, for everyone. We fight against reality. We argue with what is. This should not be happening. This is not fair. Why me? Tolle says, the situation is what it is, but our suffering comes from resisting it. Resisting, fighting against something, refusing to accept it. Let me give you an example. Imagine it is raining. You wanted to have a picnic. Picnic, an outdoor meal in nature. But now it is raining. Your mind says, "This is terrible. The day is ruined. Why is this happening?" But the rain does not care about your thoughts. The rain just is. Now you have 2 problems, the rain and your resistance to the rain. Tolle says, accept what you cannot change, not because you are weak, but because acceptance, saying yes to what is without fighting it, removes the second problem. The rain is still there, but you are no longer suffering about the rain. This does not mean you do nothing. Tolle is very clear about this. He says there are 3 things you can do in any difficult situation. 1, change it. If you can fix the situation, fix it. Take action. 2. Leave it. If you cannot change it, walk away. Remove yourself from the situation. 3. Accept it. If you cannot change it and you cannot leave it, then accept it completely, without inner resistance. What you must never do is the 4th option. Stay in the situation and complain. Stay in the situation and suffer. Stay in the situation and do nothing. That is the most painful choice. He shares the story of a woman who was stuck in traffic every day. Every day she was angry. Why is there so much traffic? These people are so slow. I am going to be late again. One day, she decided to try something different. She accepted the traffic. She said to herself, "This is happening. I am here. The cars are here. I cannot change this. So what can I do right now?" She started listening to language lessons in her car. She started listening to music she loved. She started using that time to breathe. The traffic did not change, but her experience of the traffic changed completely. Vocabulary from this section: resistance, fighting against something, refusing to accept it. Acceptance, saying yes to what is. Picnic, an outdoor meal in nature. Ruined, destroyed, made very bad. Suffer, to feel great pain or sadness. Now, this next idea is one of the most interesting in the whole book. Are you ready? Tolle talks about something called the ego. Ego, the part of your mind that thinks, I am better, I am worse, I need to be important. The ego is not the real you. The ego is like a character you play, a role. Let me explain. The ego is the part of you that says, I need people to respect me. I need to win the argument. I need to be right. I need people to like me. The ego is always comparing, looking at differences between things. Am I better than that person or worse? The ego is always judging, deciding if something is good or bad. That person is wrong. I am right. Tolle says the ego causes enormous, very, very large suffering because it is always wanting, always needing more success, more respect, more attention. And when it doesn't get what it wants, it is angry or sad or afraid. Here is a simple story to explain. Imagine 2 men walking in a park. Man A sees a beautiful garden. He thinks, "Oh, that garden is nice." Then he moves on. Man B sees the same garden. He thinks, "That garden is nicer than mine. My garden is ugly. I need a better garden. Why do I always have less than other people?" The garden is the same. The experience is completely different because of the ego. How do we free ourselves from the ego? Tolle says, awareness. Just notice when your ego is speaking. Oh, I feel angry because I need to be right. Oh, I feel jealous, sad or angry because someone has something you want, because I am comparing myself. When you notice it, the ego loses its power. It cannot control you if you can see it clearly. This is something Tolle calls the watching presence, the part of you that watches the ego, watches the thoughts, watches the emotions. That watcher is always calm, always peaceful, always free. Vocabulary from this section. Ego, the false self that needs to be important or right. Compare, to look at differences between things. Judge, to decide if something is good or bad. Jealous, feeling sad because someone has something you want. Enormous, very, very large. Let me ask you a question. When you feel anxious, worried, and nervous about the future, where do you feel it in your body? Maybe in your stomach, or your chest, or your throat. Tolle says, emotions are not just thoughts. They are physical feelings in your body. Most people, when they feel something difficult, try to think their way out of it. Why do I feel this way? What is the reason? How do I fix this? They go deeper into the mind, deeper into thinking. But Tolle says, don't think the emotion, feel it. Here is what he means. The next time you feel anxious or sad or angry, don't run away from the feeling. Don't distract. Take your attention away, yourself with your phone. Don't eat to feel better. Don't think about why you feel this way. Instead, go into the feeling itself. Notice where it is in your body. Put your attention there. Feel the physical sensation. Sensation, a physical feeling in your body. There is tightness in my chest. There is heaviness in my stomach. Just notice it, without trying to fix it. Something interesting happens when you do this. The emotion begins to move. Emotions are energy. They want to flow. Move smoothly like water. When we resist them, they get stuck. When we feel them fully, they dissolve. Disappear slowly, like sugar in water. Tolle tells the story of a woman who was very angry at her sister. Every time she thought of her sister, the anger returned. Years of anger. She tried to think about why. She tried to talk about it, but the anger stayed. Then one day, she tried something different. She sat quietly. She felt the anger in her body, not in her mind, in her body. There was heat in her face, tightness, a feeling of something being squeezed in her shoulders, a hard feeling in her chest. She just felt it for several minutes without thinking. And slowly, the anger began to soften. Then it disappeared. She was free. Vocabulary from this section. Anxious, worried and nervous. Distract, to take attention away from something. Sensation, a physical feeling in the body. Flow, to move smoothly. Dissolve, to disappear slowly. Tightness, a feeling of being squeezed. We are almost at the end of our journey today, and I saved the most beautiful idea for last. Tolle talks about stillness. Stillness, complete quietness, inside and outside. In our world today, it is very hard to find stillness. There is always noise, phones, messages, music, news, people. We are afraid of silence. Silence, complete quiet, no sound. When it gets quiet, we reach for our phone. When we are alone, we turn on the television. We are afraid of what we might find in the silence. But Tolle says, stillness is not empty. Stillness is full. In the stillness, you find something that has always been there, something that the noise was hiding. He calls it your inner space, or your true self, a place of deep, quiet peace. This is not a religious idea or a complicated idea. It is very simple. Tolle says, find moments of stillness every day, even very small moments. Here are some examples. When you wake up in the morning, before you look at your phone, take 3 deep breaths. Just 3 breaths in stillness. When you eat your lunch, put down your phone. Taste the food. Feel the warmth. Hear the sounds around you. When you walk somewhere, instead of listening to music, walk in silence for just 5 minutes. Feel your feet touching the ground. Notice the sky. Notice the air. These are tiny moments, almost nothing. But Tolle says they are everything, because in those tiny moments of stillness, you touch something real, something that is always there, underneath the noise, underneath the thinking. That quiet, peaceful space is always you. He uses a beautiful image. The surface of the ocean can be stormy, wild, rough, with big waves. Big waves, loud noise, chaos. Chaos, complete disorder, confusion. But deep under the ocean, it is always calm, always still, always peaceful. Your mind can be stormy, your life can be busy, but deep inside, there is always stillness. Tolle says, you are the ocean, not just the waves. Vocabulary from this section: stillness, complete quietness, inside and outside. Silence, no sound. Inner, inside. Stormy, rough and wild like a storm. Chaos, complete disorder. Underneath, below something. Wonderful. You made it to the end. You have been listening for almost 50 minutes today in English. I am so proud of you. Let's go through all 7 big ideas one more time, slowly. Big idea 1, you are not your mind. There is a voice in your head, but that voice is not you. You are the one who hears it. Big idea 2, the present moment is all you have. The past is gone. The future is not here yet. Only now is real. Only now is where life happens. Big idea 3, stop living in your head. Notice when you are not really here and gently come back. Come back to this moment. Big idea 4, acceptance. When you cannot change something, accept it. Not because you are weak, but because acceptance removes suffering. Big idea 5, the ego. The ego is the part of you that needs to be right, important, or better. It causes suffering, but when you notice it, it loses its power. Big idea 6, feel, don't think. When difficult emotions come, don't run from them. Don't think about them. Feel them in your body, and they will move through you. Big idea 7, stillness. Every day find small moments of quiet, of presence, of peace. The stillness is always there, waiting for you. Vocabulary review. Let me say these words one more time for you. Listen and repeat after me. Present, right now, this moment. Awareness, the ability to notice what is happening. Observe, to watch carefully. Ego, the false self that needs to be important. Acceptance, saying yes to what is without fighting. Resistance, fighting against what is. Stillness, complete quietness inside. Silence, no sound. Dissolve, to disappear slowly. Presence, being fully here in this moment. Before I say goodbye today, I have some homework for you. Your homework is this. Choose one small practice from today's episode. Just one. Maybe you will take 3 deep breaths before you look at your phone in the morning. Or walk for 5 minutes in silence today. Or the next time you feel a difficult emotion, just notice where it is in your body. Don't think, just feel. Something small, something you can do today. Remember what Tolle says, the now is always here. You cannot lose it. You can only forget it. And when you forget, just come back. One breath, one moment, that is enough. In the next episode, we will read another powerful book, a book that will help you speak to people with more confidence and kindness in English. Don't miss it. Thank you so much for listening today. You are doing something truly beautiful, learning a new language, opening your mind to new ideas, one small step at a time. The power of now is not just a book. It is a reminder that life is happening right now. Not tomorrow, not yesterday, now. And you are here. For that, I am so glad. See you next time. Goodbye.